Nearly 20,000 people have signed a Change.org petition calling on Coachella to remove rapper Kanye West, or Ye, from its festival lineup. It comes just days after Instagram blocked Kanye for a day following weeks of posts directed at his estranged wife Kim Kardashian and her boyfriend Pete Davidson and people who have defended them. While some people have dismissed this rift as just another tabloid fight, it's led to a deeper discussion and conversation about domestic violence and the tools available to women to protect themselves. Joining us now is Dr. Cirillo. She's an attorney and psychologist who specializes in domestic violence, among other issues. Dr. Cirillo, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. This is a topic that's so close to my heart and has been for many years. Violence against women, violence against anybody, but especially somebody who's smaller and weaker. And that's usually the case when a man threatens physical violence or continues to control and escalate with stalking and with unwanted advances until it suddenly turns into violence.
Well, that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. Starting off with that Daily Show host, Trevor Noah, he said something about it, the situation this specific week. He posted a clip in which he talked about the fact that Kim Kardashian has all the resources and money in the world, and yet she's still facing this type of harassment from her estranged husband, former significant other. So what chances do normal women have? What kind of resources do other women have?
Well, other women sometimes have the advantage that the man they're dealing with doesn't have the fame of somebody like Ye or Kanye West. But the disadvantage is they don't have money. Sometimes they're still dependent on the guy for money, if not for support for themselves, certainly for child support, and they can't afford to keep going back to court.
Now, we know the process of divorce can be extremely difficult. There are a lot of emotions at play, and of course, disagreements can happen. But on the legal side of things, at what point does that cross into dangerous behavior or illegal behavior?
Well, it's illegal when it turns from annoyance and harassment, which is illegal, but it's more at the low misdemeanor or violation level, when it becomes threats of physical violence or the person feels unsafe. That's when it can become felony harassment, making terrorist threats, which is now cause for arrest. Years ago, it wasn't, but thank goodness that the laws have changed.
And I know that you're not Kim Kardashian's lawyer, but what would you advise her at this point? Would you say, Kim get a restraining order, or, can she ask for a 5150 in this case? What tools does she have at her disposal right now?
I don't know about a 5150 because for that she would have to prove that he was not only dangerous to her, but dangerous to himself and society in general.
And finally, Dr. Cirillo, I really do want to ask you specifically about our loved ones, our friends. Sometimes friends and family are the first ones to see these kind of warning signs that something might be wrong. Can you tell us what should we be looking for and making sure we are supporting loved ones that may be going through this?
Well, you look for somebody that's cut off contact with you, because one of the first things an abuser does is they start taking people away from their support system and isolating them. Of course, another sign is if there's bruises or unexplained injuries that they try to be hiding.
Well, that's a lot of really great information. Psychologist and lawyer Dr. Cirillo, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.